Hey, yo, so I didn't think I was gonna do this video until I until I've had some solid playtime with these. So as you know, I got new setup for my VR stuff. I don't be using these guys anymore. I'm gonna make that a whole ass video when we get back to the other house, because as you know, I'm not in my current house because it got flooded and it's still under construction. So we're in this small ass room, temporary ass setup. So yeah, but yeah, so recently I have 8 3.0s now rather than 8 2.0s like I had before, and I'm gonna talk about the differences between them. Now, I didn't think I was gonna make this video before, but now that I have it, I think it's just worth making a significant video over, because they have made a significant difference in my performance and playtime. Not really playtime, but like convenience factor. So obviously, you know, as advertised, one of the differences is the size. So I can literally fit this in there, kind of, in a way. You know, whatever, you can physically see the difference. It's significantly smaller. Now the height is the same. It's actually, oh, now that I look at it, it's actually, the 3.0 is actually taller than 2.0. I don't know if this is mine, but whatever, it is taller in this scenario. So yes, this is a significant difference if you are using bare straps. Like, this is the new strap I have for my foot. So if I put this on real quick, okay, so now I have them both on. And now, as much as it doesn't really look like it makes a difference, having the battery strap with the 2.0 and then having this, when you wear them for multiple hours, is a massive difference. Doing any motion, it just feels significantly smaller. For example, if I just tilt my foot down, it can only go that much, but if I tilt my foot with this one, it can almost go completely, it is completely fucked, essentially. Now, it's not really a huge thing, but long term, playing this, like with these, it does make a difference. My knees, as you know, I don't have the other ones with me, like what I used for these knee straps with batteries, but the new knee straps that I have are really small and, you know, made for your knees. So that fixes that issue. I'm not gonna go through the chest and the elbows and the hip. I'm not gonna go, this isn't a strap comparison video. Those are a whole ass video. That's a separate ass video. I'm just talking about the difference between these and these. So size comparison, I think it only matters because if I were to wear this on here, obviously that's not really gonna make a difference. If anything, worse, because these, as I saw, were taller. So the reason these are so bulky to begin with is because I have battery straps. And that brings me to my second reason is these have, like, you know, I didn't measure out, but just by observing the amount of time I played with these and these, crazy difference. Like these, you know, honestly, I don't play that long, and I could probably get away with using these, but they did occasionally die, and let's say you forget to charge it, you're screwed. If you forget to charge these, you're probably okay, because these last really fucking long. Like, dude, it's gotta be at least 7 or more hours. Oh no, man, I ain't about to play for that long to see. But yeah, so these eliminate the need for this strap, so that's why you're able to get a smaller profile. And so this small adjustment applies to every single point of the body that you're gonna have. I mean, most people only have feet and hip, but if you have more, I think it's the way to go. So that brings me to, what do you know, when should you buy them? Why should you buy them? Okay, let's say you have no full body and you want to get into it for the first time. I think if your first purchase should genuinely be, if you don't play a lot, then get the 2.0. I don't think the 3.0 is a valid option because the prices are crazy different. I got some pretty good deals. I'll talk about that in the video about all that shit. But the price is significantly cheaper, and people like to group these ones more than the 3.0s on eBay and stuff like that. But yeah, these are definitely a lot cheaper. And also, if you're not a very active person, like I have a couple friends that I know that literally will just sit there and kind of talk in front of a mirror, which, you know, I get that. That's a normal thing. But like, if you ain't really walking around and doing shit, then just cop these, because the whole smaller profile feeling was because it affects my movements. It feels nicer to not have as much weight. And yeah, that's another thing I've got to mention is these are lighter for sure when you don't have this big ass battery strap. So yeah, if you're not a really active player, then just get these, bro. Like, for real, I don't see the value in spending a whole bunch of money on a bunch of these if you're not gonna really walk around and screw around and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what I was trying to say. Is I feel like these are more, there's a lot more of these on the market on eBay and stuff, because people are either trying to upgrade to those or just get rid of these. There's a lot more of these on the market. They have the exact same compatibility. They're just a bit bigger. And even if you are worried about battery, there is a solution of just getting a battery strap. And it's not that serious, bro. Like, I mean, I played with 8 of these on my body. It's not bad. Now, why did I get to these? Like, again, this is just comparison video. I think that's more of a topic for that video. But main reason I got these is because, yeah, having 8 of these with my custom weird workaround straps that aren't really meant for what I was doing, like putting another foot strap around this way to make an ankle like this, or sewing 2 belts to make a chest, or trying to mix 2 foot straps to make a longer for my knee. You know, these are a bunch of scuffed straps. So I didn't really, it was annoying to have all 8 of these for that long. And all 8 of these with these new straps has fixed all my issues of convenience and consistency. And, you know, my radio frequency issue is still a thing. But I bought tons of dongles, and I'm gonna see if it helps at least. But yeah, I hate having all the dongles, but yeah, that's pretty much what I was gonna say. Now onto the, like, you know, regardless of your physical comfortability, how does it actually perform? Now, generally, I didn't really notice a difference, you know. Because of my issue, there's still jitter on both of them. No drift, because I have pretty good setup, but pretty shit tracking because one's over there, one's there, there's one more over there. But yeah, I have a mid setup, but either way, there wasn't a significant amount of jitter between either of them, just sitting them in a place in front of base stations. What I did notice, however, is if these lose tracking, then I noticed a slower recovery from those than these. Like, if these lose tracking, you like uncover it, they seem to recover a little bit faster. I noticed the 3.0s recover faster. I don't know if that's just me, but they did. However, these are easier to occlude because they're smaller. So it kind of like evens out in the end. Other than that, the smooth tracking software I do doesn't really affect it. they didn't really have any delay. You know, obviously they're using the same exact system. They're gonna track relatively the same. But yeah, I just noticed a little bit better recovery on those, and although these are harder to lose tracking, these seemed like they were able to pick up in harder spots. Like if I have one behind my hip and I'll be like sitting down, like I felt like these, I don't really know how to explain it. Like I feel like you could cover 5 sensors on here and 5 sensors on here, and then these ones would pick up better than these. Like these are harder to occlude, but these like counter that in the way of compensating for better tracking with the minimal amount of sensors that are being seen. That's the best way I can explain it. Yeah, no, you know, I have these for, I don't know, this is kind of off topic. I have these for these. I couldn't find 3.0 ones on Amazon, at least. I'll probably look on eBay, but these just look cool. They're both tanks as far as durability, you know. Obviously these have gone through more wear because I've had them for longer. But I've done the same thing with them. They've both been kicked against walls, fallen on. Specifically, the hip has been fallen on. And yeah, they both seem like they're really durable. This one, you know, you probably can't hear it, but there is a little bit of plastic creaking. Rather, this one has nothing at all. And considering I haven't used this for as long, it's kind of concerning. So like, I feel like these feel more durable, but you know, I guess that's kind of a long-term test. I just have to use them more to see, but they seem like they're both really durable. I personally like the look of these better. Not that this is a significant factor at all. I just think they look cool. Obviously these take longer to charge because they're micro USB, not type C like these ones. Where is it? There it is. So yeah, I've got myself a new bunch of type C cables. And then yeah, another thing I like about these is now that I don't have to use battery straps, it's a lot easier to manage battery. Like instead of having to charge the batteries and the trackers, or play with these constantly charging the trackers and then just charge these, you know, either way, that's two things you have to worry about. And then, you know, the little coiled cable that charges these would sometimes wiggle, and then it would stop charging for a little bit and it would just start using the battery. Now I just turn it on, turn it off, because it's just one battery of the tracker itself, and that made things a lot easier. So yeah, they just everything was just more convenient, even though it's a bunch of little small things added up, like the smaller profile allowing a little bit of movement, feeling a little bit lighter, turning less time to connect, less time to deal with batteries. I just felt like they were, all the small things add up to a significant difference. So I was making this to say, hey, these are good for one scenario, hey, these are better for other scenarios. Like, I think if you're buying full body for the first time, then these are definitely way cheaper and you should buy these. Everyone's trying to get the new stuff like 3.0s and 2.0 base stations, but in my experience, the 2.0 base stations seem to be less stable. There just seems to be a little bit more jitter. Even though it's minimal, there is a little bit more jitter. And as far as these go, no, these aren't a little bit more jitter. I just think these are kind of pricey for what they are, considering that this is the same thing, but with one inconvenience factor of battery. So if you don't really play that long, I suggest you get these motherfuckers, because I've had a decent amount of hours with these, and I've had probably about 2 weeks, maybe almost 3 weeks with these, playing pretty consistently every day. Not too long, probably like, I think 4 hours. But yeah, I've barely even reached halfway down battery on these. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. It's kind of just 2.0s versus 3.0s. I think they're significantly better in certain ways, and it depends on your scenario. I don't think one is better than the other. I think because there is times where I think the 2.0s are better for a certain situation. For example, one of the 3.0s I'm using was the one attached to my Quest, and now that's not there, I'm gonna put a 2.0 on there. For that specific scenario, I genuinely think that would be better, because larger surface area on something that isn't gonna get covered because it's on my head. So, not really a big argument there, but that's probably gonna be going on there. So, I don't know. But yeah, that's it. See you.